Oh, yes, coming through. Oh my God. You guys, I love this. I'm obsessed with this already. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Today, for the first time, we're going to be listening to Epic, the musical. This is very exciting for a number of reasons. First of all, I love new music. Anything that's new and exciting and challenges my ear is going to be something that I enjoy. Number two, I love Greek mythology. I've always had a fascination with the Trojan War and the Odyssey and the Argonauts and all these fantastic characters. And I can't wait to see that come to life in a musical setting. It's very, very intriguing. Special thank you to Peter Barber. He's a fantastic YouTuber and a great person. I will link his channel in the description. He was the one who recommended that I start here and take a look at Epic the Musical. And if you enjoy my commentary and this full analysis on this performance, then I recommend you check out my Patreon to support me as a creator. And if you want to join a singing community, join the Singers Studio. All of that is linked in the description. Here we go.
My brothers, listen closely. Tonight we make the Trojans pay. 10 years of war, they killed us slowly, but now we'll be the ones who slay. Think of your wives and your children. Your families wonder where you've been. They're growing old and yet you're still here. What I say and you'll see them again. Yes, sir! Diomedes will lead the charge. Agamemnon will flank the yards. Menelaus will let on make through the gates to take the whole city at large. Teucer will shoot any ambush attacking. Little Ajax will stay back. Nestor, secure Helena, protect her. Leo, avenge your father, kill the brothers of Hector. Yes, sir! Find that inner strength now. Use that well of pride. Fight through every pain now. Ask yourself inside, what do you live for? What do you try for? What do you wish for? What do you fight for? What do you live for? What do you try for? What do you wish for? What do you fight for?
What is this? This is so good. How have I never come across this? Ever. Oh, this is so exciting and so energetic. Like, it makes me want to go into a giant wooden horse with 200 other men and break into a city. This is just... oh, my heart is racing. So there's a really energetic beat, but there's also rhythmic and meter changes. What does that mean? So we don't always have a consistent beat. Sometimes things change. Sometimes we come in the next phrase a little bit quicker or maybe a little bit more delayed. And that really stirs up some imagery in my brain of thinking of an ambush attack, thinking of we've got this Trojan horse full of secret soldiers that are coming in, and then we burst out and attack. In a battle, things are going to change up. Things are not going to go as planned. And maybe you're fighting, but then somebody else comes in and your tempo completely changes. So that's what's kind of stirring up in my body and into my ear, is this sort of spontaneity and surprise attack. We also really feel that buildup, and I love the text here. We're going to go back and listen to all that again. But Odysseus, he's this king of Ithaca, and not only is he a wonderful warrior, but he's a fantastic king, and he's very, very smart. So he can use his words and his language to inspire people to do something so outlandish, so crazy. Let's get in a giant horse and pretend it's a gift, and then send it into this city. And that's going to be how we're going to win. Brilliant. Let's go back. Whew.
All right, my brothers, listen closely. Tonight we make the Trojans pay. 10 years of war, they killed us slowly, but now we'll be the ones who slay. Think of your wives and your children. Your families wonder where you've been. They're growing old and yet you're still here. Do what I say and you'll see them again.
Okay, so did you notice there too how the range of his voice slowly crept higher the closer we get to this sort of beat drop of let's burst forth from this giant horse? The voice vocally, it rises up in his passions and his eloquence in how to persuade these men to try and do this. Because let's not forget, the Trojan War went on for a long, long, long time. And I'm assuming that every possible way to break into the city and to break this siege was thought of. And every possible route that we could take was implemented in some way. And it takes someone as special and as amazing as Odysseus to come up with this plan. So now we've got this beat drop and we burst forth from the horse.
Diomedes will lead the charge. Agamemnon will flank the yards. Menelaus will let on make through the gates to take the whole city at large. Teucer will shoot any ambush attacking. Little Ajax will stay back. Nestor, secure Helen and protect her. Leo, avenge your father, kill the brothers of Hector. Yes, sir. Find that inner strength now. Use that well of pride. Fight through every pain now. Ask yourself inside, what do you live for? What do you try for? What do you wish for? What do you fight for?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Coming through. God, I love musical theater. I love new music and I love Greek mythology. So this is just like a coming together of some of my favorite things on this earth. I already love this character of Odysseus. I've already loved him, but in this context, I love it too. My gosh, he's playing on the emotions of the men. What do you live for? What do you pray for? Let's think back. Think about these families that have been waiting for you for 10 years. And Odysseus has something to go back to, right? He's got Penelope, this fantastic woman that is the model of loyalty. Now, I've done opera before where they literally describe a loyal woman as a Penelope. So he's got something to live for and to fight for, and his children as well. And that's what he's playing on with his soldiers to convince them that this plan might work. My question is, how has the Odyssey not been turned into a musical before? It's a gripping story. Let's keep going.
Penelope, Penelope, and Telemachus, I fight for us, I fight for us.
What do you live for?
Penelope,
What do you try for?
Telemachus,
What do you wish for?
I'm on my way.
What do you fight for?
I'll die!
Okay, seems like there's thunder and lightning, so Zeus is probably doing something now. Oh my God. You guys, I love this. I'm obsessed with this already. 1 minute and 51 seconds. I haven't shut up about it this entire video so far. So now we get a B section, or just another section where it's Penelope. It's all about Penelope. And it's almost like all the chaos around just focuses, and you can really, really hear and focus on Penelope. What did we hear in the background? Dum, 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 dum. This consistent beat as he's talking about Penelope. So is that the heartbeat? I think that could be. But also, we finally get that consistent beat. There's not meter and rhythmic changes happening. It's consistent, which lines up with the consistency of Penelope's character, right? She's loyal. She will trust that her husband will come back. And what's always struck me with Odysseus and characters like him, they don't want to be heroes. He doesn't want to be a hero. He wants to go home. He wants to fulfill the duty that he's been obliged to fulfill, but he wants to go home. And it reminds me, like the hobbits in The Lord of the Rings, they want to go home. That is their motivation, to get back to their family and back to their loved ones, but they will carry out the task. It's the reluctant hero, right? Oh, here we go. So what's Zeus saying? Now I'm really curious. Is Zeus here? Is that what the lightning was?
Who was that?
A vision of what is to come cannot be outrun, can only be dealt with right here and now.
Tell me how.
I don't think you're ready. A mission to kill someone's son, a foe who won't run, unlike anyone you have faced before.
Say no more. I know that I'm ready.
I don't think you're ready.
It's just an infant. It's just a boy. What sort of imminent threat does he pose that I cannot avoid?
This is the son of none other than Troy's very own Prince Hector. Know that he will grow from a boy to an avenger, one fumed with rage as you're consumed by age. If you don't end him now, you'll have no one left to save. You can say goodbye to. You can say goodbye to.
I could raise him as my own, or send him far away from here. Make sure his past is never known. I'm not waiting for ya, down on my knees for ya. I'll make it sleep.
Will of the gods.
Oh my God. Or should I say, oh my gods. That's a twist, right? So this child is going to grow up to be someone who strikes back at Odysseus, but there's a moral conundrum. It's an ethical problem. Odysseus is a good man, and if you read various versions and stories of the Trojan War and different interpretations and adaptations, you kind of piece together what kind of man he was. He was a good man. I just remember, or maybe I've conjured it up myself, I can't remember, but he didn't want to really participate. He was very reluctant. First of all, when Agamemnon and Menelaus came to Ithaca to enlist him and say, you need to come join us, he didn't want to do that. But also, I think he knew that the Trojan horse would work, and he knew how many people would die from his brilliance. So he's already struggling morally and ethically. But now it's this even bigger problem because there's a little boy, and Zeus is saying, you got to kill him or else he'll come and kill you. It's the will of the gods, so suck it up. Oh, what's going to happen next? I honestly don't know. I don't know. The turmoil that he must be feeling. I want to go back and hear the music a little bit more during that turmoil. See if we can uncover any musical clues that will lead us to some conclusions. Let's go back a bit. I love the voice of Zeus too. It adds some nice depth. And I love the baby piano sound effect happening as well as he enters the room. I think that adds a really interesting twist. Yeah, I love variety, right? We're getting the depth of Zeus's voice, but then we're getting the sort of cradle song happening too. Love it.
Unlike anyone you have faced before,
Say no more. I know that I'm ready.
I don't think you're ready.
It's just an infant. It's just a boy. What sort of imminent threat does he pose that I cannot avoid?
This is the son of none other than Troy's very own Prince Hector. Know that he will grow from a boy to an avenger, one fumed with rage as you're consumed by age. If you don't end him now, you'll have no one left to save. You can say goodbye to. You can say goodbye to.
I could raise him as my own, or send him far away from here. Make sure his past is never known. I'm not waiting for ya, down on my knees for ya. I'll make it sleep.
Oh, the music that Odysseus has is so good. Oh my goodness. The voice is great too. I don't know who's singing. Maybe you can fill me in the comments as who this is and who's singing what and what's going on. But I love it. I love that it's a higher tenor voice actually, because I think it gives us a really nice contrast, at least in this moment, to Zeus's bass baritone kind of voice. This is really cool, and I'm really appreciating the percussion side of things where we get that beat, dum 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 dum, just that sort of throbbing heartbeat throughout. And Zeus is often represented as an eagle, so that's why there's an eagle right there, just in case you were curious. Maybe you already know this already, I'm not sure, but the will of the gods. Everything in Greek mythology has to do with the will of the gods. One thing that I really appreciate, as we will wrap up the final 30 seconds of this performance, one thing I really appreciate about Greek mythology is they used these stories to explain certain phenomenon in the world that they couldn't explain. Why the seasons change, or why there's lightning, or why there's rain, or even things like post-traumatic stress disorder. How Hercules was once stricken mad by the gods in a fit of rage. And that's one of the earliest examples of someone suffering from post-traumatic stress. It's brilliant. Let's keep going.
Please don't make me do this. Don't make me do this.
The blood on your hands is something you won't lose. All you can choose is to lose.
Cliffhanger. Oh, I need to go on. I need to keep listening, but I won't. Not right now. But there's another video coming of this. I'm just going to do them all. Holy smokes. I don't even know what to say. Everything that I love is like captured in this musical so far. So I'm so excited to see where this goes. I know roughly where the story goes, but the musical might be different. I'm excited to hear different characters come in and their different melodies and how they clash together. Really fascinating. And I'm so excited. So thank you so much for your recommendations. For those of you who recommended this, thank you so much for watching. And stay tuned for what's coming next. Because if you enjoyed this video, you're probably going to enjoy some of the other videos that are popping up on the screen. And once I get a few of these videos released, what I'll do is I'll make a playlist just for this, so we can go down the rabbit hole together of this fantastic musical. And I'm so excited to learn more about it. So flood my comment section. What do I listen to next? What information should I know going into the next video? That's going to be it for now. Thank you very much. Special thank you to my patrons over on Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee for your generous support. That's it. We'll see you in the next video.
Diomedes will lead the charge. Agamemnon will flank the yards. Menelaus will let on make through the gates to take the whole city at large. Teucer will shoot any ambush attacking. Little Ajax will stay back. Nestor secure Helen.